Simone Biles has once again accomplished something that was previously unimaginable. During the gymnastics trials for the United States Olympic Games in 2024, she demonstrated a brand new move that has everyone talking. This is not merely an additional piece to her already impressive repertoire, rather it fundamentally alters the game. It's incredible to see how she consistently pushes the boundaries of what is possible in gymnastics performance. It is true that the Yurchenko double pike is just as difficult to work with as it sounds. After round off onto the springboard, Simone executes a back handspring onto the vaulting table in order to successfully complete this particular maneuver. She performs 2 flips with her body piked with her legs straight and together as opposed to the typical layout or tuck position. This is where things start to get really amazing. The difficulty rating for this vault is 6.4, making it one of the most challenging vaults in the women's gymnastics competition. One mistake could result in a serious injury, so it is important to keep in mind the strength, dexterity, and sheer bravery that are required to pull away from that. Despite this, Biles makes it look like it was no big deal. It is clear that this decision will have significant repercussions for the gymnastics community. Not only is it about incorporating a new component into her routine, but it is also about pushing the boundaries of what is possible. In the sport of gymnastics, evolution and innovation are of the utmost importance, and Biles is at the forefront of this movement by always establishing new benchmarks. When other gymnasts see her perform these routines, they begin to realize that the bar for difficulty has just been raised to a higher level. It would appear that she is rewriting the rules of gymnastics with each competition that she competes in. It can be thought of as follows: Simone successfully completes the Yurchenko double pike and launches herself into her vault with such precision that the entire arena erupts in applause. The crowd is standing and some individuals' jaws are dropping figuratively and literally. As you look around, you can see people taking pictures with their mobile phones while they are in the air. There's clapping and screaming. Her spouse, the Chicago Bears player Jonathan Owens, is also present and is the cheerleader with the loudest voice. This moment is a pure and unadulterated expression of wonder. It is obvious that the judges are impressed. They are seasoned professionals who have witnessed everything there is to see. It seemed as though even one of the judges needed to adjust their glasses in order to verify what they had just witnessed. As a result of their shock, the scores, which show an astounding 15.5 for the vault, reflect their excitement. Fanatics and industry professionals alike took to social media to express their shock. NBC analyst John Rothberger put it very well when he said, "Simone is like an artist, a musician of her craft." This is a very accurate description of her. It is because she exemplifies greatness that people are drawn to her. We were blown away by the level of excitement that the fans displayed on Instagram and Twitter. "Did you see that?" was a comment made by individual. The accomplishment that appeared to be impossible was accomplished by Simone Biles. "Every time I think she can't get any better, she proves me wrong," remarked another viewer of her, the consummate legend. Not only did Biles' floor routine include the song "Ready for It" by Taylor Swift, but the song also included Swift's voice saying, "Watch this so many times and still not ready." At the beginning of the competition, Simone performed a vault, which immediately established a very high standard. Her flawless Yurchenko double pike earned her an astounding 15.5, which she received without fail. The fact that she was able to fly through the air with such impressive strength and precision gave the impression that she was a superhero in action. This evening, there was not a single person who even approached the vault. It was time to get rid of the bars that were uneven. Now, although this is typically the point at which other gymnasts would make a mistake, Biles never did. Every single handstand and release maneuver that she performed was carried out with an exquisite grace and fluidity. She once again demonstrated that she is not only a powerhouse, but also a technician by achieving a score of 14.20, which is considered to be quite robust. However, the beam added a touch of drama to the situation. In the middle of an aerial routine, Biles experienced a setback and even fell off the beam. Audible collective gasp could be heard from the audience. In spite of the glitch, she still managed to achieve an impressive score of 13.9, taking into consideration the circumstances. It is a demonstration of her tenacity and the speed with which she recovered. Now we're going to move on to the floor routine. In light of the fact that this was the big reveal, Biles did not disappoint us. She stunned the audience with her intricate choreography and spectacular tumbling passes, and as a result, she received a standing ovation at the conclusion of her performance. She not only solidified her victory with an all-around score of 14.725, but she also demonstrated beyond a reasonable doubt that she continues to reign supreme on the competitive floor. Biles performed significantly better than her closest competitors, Suni Lee and Jordan Shields, who scored 111.675 and 111.425, respectively, with an overall score of 117.5. Biles' score was significantly higher than theirs. Despite the fact that Biles is without a doubt exceptional, Lee and Chiles, who will be accompanying her to Paris, also possess incredible talent. Beyond the scores and routines, what is truly remarkable is the emotional and mental preparation that Simone has made for these different kinds of tests. It is important to keep in mind that this is the same athlete who experienced severe pressure and mental health issues during the Summer Olympics in Tokyo in 2021, which led to the infamous twisties. It's possible that many athletes would have considered giving up after going through what she did, but Biles managed to keep going. During the time that she took off to concentrate on her mental health, she worked closely with her therapist, and when she came back, she was more productive than she had ever been before. Jonathan Owens, her spouse, has been an incredible support system for her throughout this process. He was there in the crowd showing his support for her, and his pride and love for Simone were so obvious that they were visible at every turn. They have a relationship that is not only extremely endearing, but also serves as a reminder of how important it is for any athlete to have a strong support network. Biles has been open and honest about the significance of her mental health to her comeback since she began her journey. In addition to competing for medals, she is also an advocate for athletes looking to improve their mental health. Not only is the new maneuver that Simone Biles performed at the 2024 United States Olympic Gymnastics trials an incredible feat of athleticism, but it also marks a significant turning point that will have an impact on gymnastics in the future. Instead of merely competing, Simone always pushes the boundaries of what is possible in the sport. This is something that she does every time she steps onto the floor. As an illustration, her Yurchenko double pike is more than just a vault. It is a representation of her personality. It is a maneuver that is so complicated and difficult that it raises the bar for other people to follow. It is likely that coaches are reevaluating their training schedules in order to incorporate more challenging skills now that there is a new standard that gymnasts are expected to strive to achieve. Simone is accelerating this trend at a pace that has never been seen before, despite the fact that gymnastics has always evolved to become more complex and even more difficult. Every new move that she teaches, she is expanding her vocabulary to include terms that are associated with the sport. The development of new skills and the creation of new ones are equally as important as honing the skills that you already possess in today's world. As a result of this change, future gymnasts will be required to possess even greater strength, adaptability, and creativity. In addition to the routines becoming more difficult, the competition will become more intense. Wouldn't you agree that this is what makes gymnastics such an exciting sport? The thing that keeps all of us on the edge of our seats is watching athletes accomplish feats that appear to defy gravity and common sense. As an example, take into consideration the young gymnast who was watching Simone. Imagine that you were a young child sitting at home watching gymnast Simone Biles perform a series of flips and twists while your eyes were fixed on the television. These children consider Simone to be more than just a sports person. They consider her to be a superhero. She is a person who has triumphed over significant challenges, made the effort to take care of her mental health, and emerged from the experience more resilient. She's a living example of how to triumph over obstacles, why it is acceptable to take care of oneself, and how to continue to achieve extraordinary levels of success. Now, these young gymnasts have a role model who exemplifies perseverance, commitment, and creativity by virtue of their own example. In the process of following Simone's journey, they have the opportunity to redefine what is possible and push boundaries. Beyond the realm of gymnastics, the achievements of Simone Biles have a cultural significance that extends beyond the athletes themselves. Biles has developed into a powerful advocate in a society where the stigma associated with mental health is pervasive, particularly in the world of sports. Because of her openness about the challenges she faced during the Olympic Games in Tokyo in 2021 and the subsequent emphasis she placed on mental health, important conversations have been sparked among people. It has been demonstrated by her that putting one's mental health first is not a sign of weakness, but rather an essential component of being a top athlete, or, to be honest, a top human being. I would like to know your thoughts on this matter. Use the comment section below to share your thoughts.